Hello there everyone, I'm Mark3 and welcome back to a bit more Warframe. Yeah, I think the last random video I did in this went alright, feel like it went alright. So, we're here again, the same kind of vein, the same kind of thing going on, though we are dealing with a slightly different faction here. Though this is once again spurred by the fact that, well, because I played for a while, then went away for a while, then come back, there's massive holes in my progression, and something that something I've been trying to fix for a bit turns out to be locked up behind this one. So we have ourselves another quest: the Deadlock Protocol. A power struggle within the Corpus elite has erupted, seeking control. Nef Anyo, that guy who was just on the screen there, bottom left, looks to the past, to the very origins of the Corpus itself. I'm guessing that's the Corpus founder, that massive statue there. And the other figure on the right is a common Corpus worker. Though, one thing I find interesting here is... last episode we dealt with, like, a form of transhumanism, moving above and beyond the human condition. And while I'm getting ready to record for this one, it's like, I realised basically all the factions, the major factions in Warframe, actually do have some transhumanism elements in them, but they've all gone about it in different ways. So, yeah, these guys, you probably noticed the ordinary Corpus worker had basically a computer housing for a head, just lazy, and that's because the Corpus, they've actually got transhumanism in the form of digital upload, where they can upload their consciousness, their minds. Souls are unknown in this kind of transfer, but the people get uploaded into mechanical bodies, which can then also be integrated with human parts. So just because the mind's in a box doesn't mean that they are in a pure robot body, because they can actually still have flesh and blood bodies with that. So, you know, bit of a pick and mix. Though unfortunately they are also dystopian, they are corporate, driven by money. They're like Ferengi from Star Trek, but they've actually got good technology. Because these guys are the faction that actually has energy shields, apart from us, the Tenno. These guys are energy shields, they have the advanced robotics, all sorts of stuff like that. Stuff that Ferengi would be very jealous of, but the whole profit is everything kind of thing is also very Ferengi as well. So, anyway, we are dealing with the Corpus today, and the power struggle. This guy is, well, I think I ran into him when I was dealing with Fortuna on Venus, but that's like a settlement unlock there, so yeah. Anyway, Deadlock Protocol, let us begin. I am driven by, well, curiosity, yes, definitely. Not the quest for shinies.
7 for, 7 against. Cast and recast 7 times.
What?
So, it is decided. The fleet has been retrofitted and redeployed to begin at once.
7 for, 7 against, recast 7 times.
New lanes, trawling for old things. By prophet and void, by the blessed handless founder, we hereby invoke the Deadlock Protocol.
Oh, that's why it's called the Deadlock Protocol, right. 7 for, 7 against. So it sounds like they've got some limits on trying to arrange things by council, but they have an even number of people voting. It was split 7 for, 7 against, so it's a deadlock. Neither side was winning the vote. And apparently there is a rule where they can only do it so many times, and if it's still locked after so many times, then this contingency protocol kicks in, and that is the Deadlock Protocol, to break the deadlock and actually get something done. Now, why these guys didn't decide to have an odd number of people in charge, actually maybe that's so that well, make it harder for one group to outnumber the other permanently. I don't know. Anyway, I also noticed 747 against 7 times, so 777, lucky 7. I suspect that might be a gambling reference. Maybe. Anyway.
Solaris. Be you Sumper, Rail Agent, Crud Diver, or Pit Boss. Hear this. Your comrades, your friends, your family, good people with clear debts are being taken. Vanished. Nathaniel, in his hubris, is writing checks and cashing them with Solaris lives. There is upset in the halls of Corpus power. The foundations of their kleptocracy tremble. To Neth, we say this. You are seen. To the Solaris, make yourselves heard. To those who have aided us in the past, join us now. You are needed.
Okay. That was Vox, the voice of Free Solaris, the underground rebellion trying to fight for the plight of the common worker. And that Vox is actually a synthesized persona by someone else, but yeah, that's basically, they are a force for the people. I forgot to mention that while I was discussing the Corpus. Actually, it's like dystopian corporate overlord future. The whole transference to machine bodies and things like that is not entirely voluntary. Far too often it is literally because you have a debt, and in order to redeem that debt, basically your physical body is collateral. And many people, the common workers, they are literally debt bound in indentured service. They are literally bonded by these debts, and if they can't pay those debts, then their bodies can be taken off them, can be seized and forfeit. So yeah, there's some cases of people just being like taken, and then their minds being put to work on things. For people left with literally just a torso with no arms or legs because they were seized by the debt collectors. That kind of thing. So it's like, since the body parts are all interchangeable, they are suddenly not as irreplaceable, and so they can actually be considered an asset and be seized. Don't get me wrong, I actually think a cyborg future would work really well for us, like a cyborg future, machine enhancement of the flesh. But that's the kind of future where that idea goes wrong, and it really shouldn't be allowed to spiral out of control to that degree, you know? But any kind of system, any kind of technology, people will find ways to abuse it. Okay, so I need to decrypt the Deadlock Memorandum. Where are we going? We're off to Venus. Okay, off into orbit around Venus too. Sure. That's a Corpus ship there. Very blocky kind of sectioned thing.
Yes. Biz and I may be in over our heads on this one. Listen up. This Deadlock spat is costing Solaris lives. The Corpus founder, some long-dead cove named Parvis Granum, carries a lot of messianic clout. Well, Neff's claiming the old man's got an heir. If true, that heir can, by rights, claim total control of the board.
Ooh.
Board schisms and infighting might be the main reason SU survived this long. If the board unifies under one person, one found by Neff, our people will never see daylight. I need you on this. You in?
Oh, I'm in. Yeah. Corpus are a bit of a headache to deal with, honestly. Okay, yeah. The people in Fortuna we met, they tend to call us Sparky. So that's our nickname in their circles. It fits, I guess, because we are like a meat puppet kind of thing, if you recall from the last video. but we are on a capture the point style mission, so we build up our decryption. Basically, a signal starts, and we decrypt it faster by having control of the decryption systems, which are the control towers. And if the enemy has control, then they will decrypt faster than we will, and so we will lose. The thing is, they don't leave it at that, and they do try to contest it as well, so it is literally a game of capture the point. It's a game that forces you to move around to try and deal with things. But that's about it, really. Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't actually go through my loadout, did I? I'm carrying a Naginata, I think it is. Dex Naginata. Something... whoops, I fell down a hole. Yeah. I guess I'm going out the other way. Basically a Japanese style... I think longswords? No, that's not the right word for it. I think it's Naginata. Anyway. Just a quick draw thing. That's my sword. It's another strong maxed out weapon, just like my war is in the last video. So it's another one I'm keeping in the long haul. My primary gun is a flak cannon, which if I wind it up and charge the shots, the shot clusters more tightly, so I can actually use it better at range. So, there we go. And my current secondary is just some kind of pew-pew pistol. Not too sure what it is, honestly, but it is a thing and it does a thing. So, oops. I should probably pay a bit more attention, shouldn't I? Well, something that is throwing me slightly is this is actually a toned down version, because usually there's like 4 points to control in these particular game modes. In this case it's only 2. And I'll teach you for stealing my point. Oh, hi. Yeah, take that. I admit, part of my the reason I don't particularly feel engaged by this mode is it's one of those things where you're just doing a mad scramble place to place trying to keep on top of it. And honestly, it's a lot easier to manage if you had friends along to play with you. But by yourself, it's a bit of a drag. At least in my experience.
All right. Patching through.
Like all of you, I was born with but a meager derivatives portfolio and limited vesting options. I never knew my parents. But as an orphan, poor as I said, I found great riches within the tenets of our glorious founder, Parvos Granum. The Corpus became my friend.
They fuzzed the band. Keep at it.
Okay, this is something I thought would happen. I was born poor with limited vesting opportunities and a small portfolio. That's more than most people get, even in real life. So, you know, poor, he says. Yes. An orphan. He doesn't know who his parents are. Suspicious. I feel like he's going to try and set himself up to be this mythical heir to the throne and then try and take power. Because if he's an orphan, he was put in the orphanage system to hide him until the time was right when he was needed. Of course, I've no idea if that's actually genuinely true or not, but he's exactly the kind of person, from my limited exposure to him, who would do that just to get the power and the wealth from it. So yeah, my prediction is very much he's going to say he's the heir and so he should be in charge, and then try to prove it by any means possible. Actually, this flak cannon is pretty decent. Like last time, this is still a weapon loadout to just like level us up. Oops. Just leveling these equipments up so that I can increase my overall rank. So I think this flak cannon might be one I want to hang on to. Uh-huh.
I began to see a certain similarity. I wondered, who am I really? After a protracted negotiation, my birth mother sold to me the secrets of my conception.
Wait, what? Get that signal back.
Humility. Uh-huh. Yes, of course. Yes, you're the most humble person I've ever come across in this entire game. No, this universe. Our first interaction with this guy, by the way, is he was collecting debts on some common workers and doing the thing I mentioned a little bit back of, you know, claiming their body parts as the collateral for the debt. He was actively doing that. And he was fudging the rules, doing it to people who actually he shouldn't have been doing to if he was actually following the rules he was meant to be following. So he's also corrupt. So yeah, he's going to say he's the founder, missing founder's child, and so should be in charge. I'm doubling down and saying that's definitely what's going to happen. I do like this thing. I don't know if it's got the stat block to be end game potential, but it's like it's even got bouncing shots there, you see, as well. Not the most practical thing, but cool, I find.
Succession program. It was an epiphany. It would seem that I am one of the sons of our late, great founder.
There it is.
And, more importantly, his heir. Now I have only to prove it. That is where all of
The brass on this mucker. I have to protect my people from this trust fund lunatic. Do your thing. I'll check in with my Whisper network. Let you know what they're saying. Talk soon.
Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah, so I need to prove what I'm doing. So, you lot go out there and prove it for me. That's where everyone else come in. And I will, of course, be oh so grateful that you did it for me, and those I'm grateful to will, of course, be rewarded. Yes.
Got dirt that isn't safe to shovel out in the open. You know where to meet.
And also note, by the way, Mother revealed nature of thing after careful contract negotiation. So he might have negotiated so that she would tell him specifically exactly what he wanted to hear. So it's like, you know, press F to doubt. So I need to visit Udico in Fortuna. Okay, off to Fortuna we go. Right, so welcome to Fortuna. We're on Venus. Venus is a heavy industrialized planet to the point where lubricants and oils and waste products and toxics and things is literally the water of Venus. So it's terraformed, but not in a very Terran kind of way. Let's put it that way. It's a ecology all of its own. Even the fish are robotic terraforming machines that are scattered throughout the liquid waterways to perform various functions. Anyway, I need to go say hi. The intro song for Fortuna is actually, I quite like it, I'll be honest with you. It definitely sets the tone for these people, and it's one of the things I had missed between play sessions. By which I mean, before the long hiatus it didn't exist. At least I don't think it did, because I was way past Venus. Then after that, after I came back and went to Fortuna for the first time, I got to see the glorious intro, introducing me to the entire thing. Okay, the back room. Oh, I've not been actually able to do anything here. Maybe this is why, because this quest locked this off as well.
So, Neff's making a succession play.
Yep.
Sumper thinks he can prove he's a sprog of noble descent.
Doubt it.
No idea how. Parvus was assassinated before any of us were an itch. Biz?
Look familiar, good welder. Warframe, yes, but one of a kind. Protea. Legend says she was built specifically for and assigned to one Parvos Granum. Yes, part of a deal Granum cut with the Orokin themselves. Granum was no amateur, he had real power. Our ear inside says Neff's techs have found a lead on Protea's whereabouts. Protean traces, they're calling them.
Granum, the original taxman. Killed when someone, a board member most likely, sabotaged the void drive of his personal transport. Neff wants gene proof, but there's nothing left to scan.
And yet, so they believe, they found Granum's Warframe bodyguard, who was with Granum when that void drive went critical. So, who is to say what's true?
Our people are vanishing because of this. That's true, I know it. I don't care if Parvus Granum is dead, alive, or making change tap dancing in a Grenier officer's mess.
Probably that one.
Sparky, you find what Neff's looking for.
Wait, no,
You'll
Parvus?
find out what happened to our people. Get on it.
Sorry, I thought for a moment there that she was referring to Neff, you know, the guy that I have so much respect for. It's like, yeah, he makes money tap dancing in a bar. Yes, definitely. Parvus, I didn't realise this quest was going to lead me towards another Warframe, but, you know, it makes sense. And Warframe are technically the elite of the elite in terms of Orokin specialised bodyguards and things. Warframes are meant to have tenants to guide them, but they are technically, as we discussed last time, people in their own right as well, because they are actually a functional human organism. And some Warframes, I think they had sentience once. Maybe old prototypes and things. I don't know. I'm a bit shaky on the lore for that one. Anyway, leave the back rooms. I don't need to do anything else here, right? I can go back to my orbiter. There is one Warframe that I know of which exhibits signs of some sentience, though I only read that in passing on the wiki when I was looking up something else. So I'm a bit shaky on that. But there are actual lore hints that date back to things in in the cosmetics and things. Like, for example, there is a particular Sigan, which is like the thing on my back here. There's one of those which says it was worn by Volt when he broke through the battle lines in a huge war and turned it into a decisive victory. Well, I'm paraphrasing, that wasn't the wording, but that's the kind of the thing. And it says Volt did that, and Volt is a Warframe. So, yeah. Are Warframes self-aware by themselves? We know they're independent organisms, but they have been transmuted. That's part of their nature. At least their nature as things stand now. Were they other things before? Almost certainly. Volunteers. Where are we?
Protean detectors should be on board. Not sure what they look like. See what you can find.
Okay, so go in there and find out what's going on. And yeah, when going high speed, my control usually suffers a bit. See what I mean? This actually no, I think we did go through this tile set on the previous episode, the last video I did in the Chains of Harrow. What is that? Some kind of energy pulse. Maybe a refinery system of some kind? It builds up the charge and then it does something with the charge. Maybe it's even a reactor. Nope, can't break it. Of course.
Right. It's a great big hand.
Oh, it's one of these things.
Granum tribute. Story is, Parvos was missing his left hand. See if you can...
Nope. What was that?
Another engineering blunder? We need confirmation. Reset and get our next volunteer into position.
What was that?
I think it was a void temporal shift. I'm not entirely sure. Never seen one before. Small, though. About as big as a person.
Oh no.
Patch me into the system.
Oh no.
Could do with some noise while I'm eyeballing the bits.
Are they fishing and using this thing to fish into the void, and they are fishing while using quote-unquote volunteers as the quote-unquote bait? Because about the size of a person implies they are sending a person through into the void. And volunteer, well, I already discussed the whole how the higher ups in Corpus treat the lower echelons of their society, so it's like, you know, not great. Anyway, that console I tried to swipe with my sword. Apparently, I probably should have cut it with my sword, because it's doing something that's a bit questionable ethics-wise.
You are found. Remember the first days of Fortuna. Your failure, our victory. Without the Solaris, your aspirations are nothing. Return our Solaris brothers and sisters. Or to nothing. So I swear, you will return.
You and your bleeding heart, Tenno's thugs. I really don't have time for this. My robotics, on the other hand, do. Kill crews, take care of this. I have history to make.
I love the robotic designs these guys have, by the way. We are fighting their robot minions right now. This is something I could totally see real-life robotics trying to do. Getting utility and combat machines like these. Who we're kidding? Probably not the safest idea to develop combat robots, but we're humans. We're already working on that kind of stuff anyway. So just so you know. We aren't quite there yet in terms of like coding and programming stuff. So you know. Getting machines that interact properly with the world and don't do the wrong thing is quite a tricky business.
Trace spiking. It's time. Send in the next volunteer.
They're gearing up for something.
The next sacrifice to the void, it sounds like. Oh, this looks a bit damaged, doesn't it? Oh, no. They aren't, are they? Where do I go from here? That isn't what these things are for. No, these are holding cells. Sometimes you find lower caste locked in these things as prisoners. You can't unlock them though without getting a special something, which is actually the point of this quest. Well, the reason I'm doing it is to get the shiny thing, which I need to unlock those things. Oh, there we go.
What is that thing?
Oh, further.
I'm not. Outworlder, hold position. I'm getting something.
I was right. They are sending people in there. They are basically fishing with people.
He'll pay for this. Volunteers. He's killing our people for some kind of weapons test.
Maybe not. I'm still pulling signal from that jockey's ring.
What kind of signal?
I don't know yet. Outworlder, don't let them cut the signal before I can decode it.
I will walk toward you slowly while swinging my sword. Yes, fear my sword. Oh, but defend the console. Yes, I should probably focus on doing that, shouldn't I? Ooh, this. I didn't realise I'd be getting Oxium in this quest. I should probably switch off Rhino to get my Necron out.
By prophet, by void. It's real. It's real.
Okay.
What is this? What are we looking at?
The jockey's feed.
Sparky, you better get out of there. Well, we make sense of this.
Sure, sounds good to me. Notice, by the way, that looks very much like a one-way trip. They're sending data, but are they actually planning to retrieve the person? I don't think they are, because they specifically say they were talking about how they found nothing. Prepare the next volunteer. So next means they, well, given how much they care about the people they send, they're probably not planning to bring them back. Ah well. Oxium. A tiny amount, but I need like 3,000 or so of the stuff at the moment, so yeah, that's going to take a bit of doing.
To the Corpus board and my many, many supporters across the Origin system, everyone is asking, when will I, Nefanyo, end this unprofitable, squabbling deadlock? People are saying, Nefanyo's perfect for the big seat, a visionary, an exemplar, a protege of the great founder himself, Parvos Branham. Friends, our time is at hand.
Grown. Oh, he's so wise. He forgot to tell us that he's also so humble as well. So very good at assessing himself. Yes, all hail our wise protector and benevolent leader, Seth Anyo.
Don't make no waves, don't beg no
He gets my vote.
Get off this backwater planet.
Definitely not. Wow. Still, that continues to show the kind of person we're dealing with. So.
How many kids are going to grow up in the feds because of this? How many parents lost because I couldn't do my job?
UD. There's a vent kid a very long time ago who would have hero worshipped the woman she became. You're enough.
If Neff intends to visit that pocket for his proof, he won't risk himself. Not at first. Sparky, you can beat him to it. Biz has figured out how to activate Neff's Granum tributes. You won't believe this.
These tributes are essentially coin-operated. You'll need a Granum crown.
The shiny.
You'll have to search the ship.
Neff as the Corpus figurehead, with the united board behind him, will be hell for us and workers everywhere. See if you can get across first. Tax whatever proof he's hoping to collect, muck up his plan, and find our people.
Well, the big question is how we're going to bring them back from the void, which, as we remember from last episode, is somewhat corrosive to adult mentality, you know? Bit of an issue there, though. That said, if they are in like hardware rather than inorganic form, then that would probably offer some resistance, actually. We might actually find survivors. Still makes sense, though. Those things are actually coin operated. Of course they are. And the coin is the thing that I've not been able to get until now either, and the entire reason I'm doing this quest. So, yeah, that's part of the course really, isn't it? Right, beat Neff into the Garden Void. Okay. Oh, we're going to Phobos this time, apparently. And yeah, by the way, my Warframe is not Rhino, it is Necros. I haven't played Necros as much because Rhino, I've come to realise, is a bit of a crutch for me in around like level 40 to 50 play, because his overshield makes him so durable and able to survive hits that would just down any other Warframe I've got.
To cross over, you'll need to find a Granum crown first. Search the area.
So yeah, let's see how I handle
If you
this.
make it across, keep an eye out for our people. They may have survived. I've killed more than enough kids their parents aren't coming home.
They said kids in vents, by the way. That's an actual thing. The vent kids are a minor faction in this game, and basically it's a faction of abandoned kids. Well, not abandoned, orphaned kids, really, who live in the vents, and they spend their days tinkering and racing around on literal hoverboards. And that's the purpose of their faction, is the upgrading and enhancement of a literal hoverboard. I told you that the Corpus have really good tech.
Crews, the tomb is verified intact. Dispatch the treasurer with my offering. It's time I paid tribute myself.
All right, here's our chance. Time to tax the taxman.
If only Parvos could have lived to see this day. Imagine his face, beaming with pride, as he bestowed upon me, his son, that sacred golden hand. My surgeon assured me the procedure will be quick and painless. A pound of old flesh for a glorious new legacy.
I paid top credits to crap in Neff's coffin. Double if he was still alive.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. I think there's some animosity between those two. Just saying. Probably just me, but you know. I don't think they get along too well. But he really is laying into that whole thing. Also, reattaching an old hand.
One scan of Parvos Granum, and my lineage shall be proven. None shall deny me. What? Tenno? Again? Not today. As Parvos' heir, it is my offering to make. I am coming, Father. It is I who shall pay tribute. Your death is almost home.
I think he might genuinely believe it.
They must not reach him before we do. Is that understood?
Him! As if the body would still be intact. Something's off. Get to the tribute. Expect some friction.
Yeah, I was going to say. Something is definitely off with all this. Him? Why is there a body there in the first place, you know? I keep crouching when I want to slide like that. Anyway, just need to get to the actual thing. Open the portal to the Granum Void. And let's be honest, if we're going to be raising the dead, then this is probably the right Warframe to do it.
We've got a lock on you, Outworlder. Good luck.
Here we are, into the void.
It has been so long since these old eyes beheld another living thing here in the sanctuary. I am Parvos Granum. Thank you for finding me.
Oh. He's been lost this whole time?
You are alive! My faith never wavered.
I live. Treachery seethed within the heart of the faith I had built when the board's assassins overloaded my transport's void drive. Protea, my beautiful Protea, and her gift for manipulating time preserved me.
Protea's time manipulation. But also proved that it was the board's treachery that sent him here. And I get the feeling that he's going to be rather unhappy with the state of Corpus today. Just a feeling I've got here. Also feeling that the whole Deadlock Protocol, I don't know if that's going to be legitimate or something that was created after he was lost either. Still though, I wish I could spend more places in times like this. I don't really see terrain like this in places I've been in the game so far, so it's like, this is something different. Hey Protea.
But at the cost of all that she was.
Oh,
Now, she is nothing more than a specter of her former self. My beautiful Protea. That is why you have been invited here.
Invited?
Father, permit me to show you all I have built in your name. To Nef Anyo that honor.
My name.
Oh dear.
Have watched you.
Oh no. Here we go.
Monuments to narcissism, demanding others sweat in your stead, gorging upon that which you have not earned. Watched as you claimed for yourself my teachings of self-reliance, perverting them into a flaccid philosophy of sloth, of idleness. Is that you, my son?
No,
Yep.
that must be a different son.
Nope, that's accurate.
You know nothing, falling short as you do of every ideal that I value. Your words, your efforts, are the model of inadequacy. I called you, Nathaniel, but I do not need you. I need them.
Oh.
Tenno? Father, you're making a mistake. Come now.
Protea has scanned her kin, and with that, she is reinvigorated. Now, my lovely, if you wouldn't mind, show our guests the door.
Yeah. Stop the ride, please. I want to get off. There. Ow. Oh, hello.
We've got a lock on you, Outwelder. Good luck.
What the hell? Outwelder, I'm pulling sensory feeds from a trip you haven't taken yet. And hearing myself say things I've never said in a place I've never seen. Parvos? Yudi, you should see this. What if Neff has similar logs?
Biz has a handle on the time jump, but we've got bigger problems than Neff now. Get out of there.
Am I? Inadequate. Am I?
There we go.
Been watching me, have you? Well, watch as I show you how we do things these days. Crew, repel those specters. We have bigger fish to fry.
Spectres. Wait, so are there spectres of... Well, Seth, maybe there is a relation there. Did the founder did recognise that as his son, but yeah, his efforts to prove himself definitely went the way I was expecting. So yeah, He wasn't up to standard. Kind of wonder what Corpus would be like if he had actually managed to stay in charge and not been betrayed. Then again, reinvigorated Pravus. Not Pravus. Reinvigorated Protea. So Protea is scanned us and is now back on form. Though she gave everything she was. So that implies that she was a sentient, self-aware one, but has given everything to maintain the stasis that preserves the founder of Corpus. Rather unfortunate situation to be in. She was very loyal and dedicated. She found this man worth preserving and saving, though how the long stint in the void has affected him, that might be a rather big problem, given how we know the void is corrosive to adult mentality. What are you? You are errant spectres. Okay. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Vox Solaris. Our interests have come to align.
Uh-huh.
Now, this situation is no one's fault. I'm not one to point fingers.
It was you.
But my fleet and your workers are facing the same danger. Convince your Tenno servant to re-enter Granum's domain and disable that Protea Spectre. I have just the thing they'll need, but there is some assembly required. You want to rescue those comrades trapped in there, and I want to keep the past where it belongs. Dead and buried. Deal?
Tenno's servant. Yeah, that's kind of the reason. One of the reasons you were deemed as inadequate, as a disappointment. The whole mentality that I'm their servant. I'm not their servant, but that's all he sees us as. We serve Vox. So it's like, you know. So we need to make a Zoris. Mastery 4. We need the blade core and handle. Okay. Oh.
Neff's a bloviating narcissist with the morals of a haunted chainsaw, but at least that makes him predictable. Parvus. That mucker is something else. I don't trust Neff, but if any of our own are still alive in there, we have to try. Biz will lead the build on this Zoris gizmo.
Okay. Just have to go acquire the parts to build the Zoris, wherever that might be. Where are we going? Europa. A ship in orbit around Europa. I thought maybe we might be going on an excavation quest or something like that, but nope, apparently not. We are going just to a ship. Spy mission. Uh-oh. Oh boy.
Neff's given us a cipher for an old Granum file. Phantasmic scintilla and motive forces. We'll need more specifics to build whatever this tool is.
Okay, spy missions I did not get along with at all during my initial playthrough, and for quite a while after I restarted joining the game again. So, basically this is, there's 3 sites in a spy mission, and then you have to be stealthy. Sneak your way through, assassinate, don't set the alarms off because alarms trigger an automatic purge. So it's kind of like the prison one that we had last time. I think that was the prison one in the last video. But we have to go through basically a puzzle area / maze kind of thing and reach the data console to get the extracted stuff, and that is the spy mission. Owie. Oh well. And it's these stealthy parts that I struggled with for so long. In fact, I'm not fully geared for a spy mission either because I don't have any stealth weapons. But that's not exactly necessary, and melee can do if you get close enough. Anyway, let's see what we've actually got going on. This is our first spy bits. They always start off with a lock to open them up so you know exactly where they are. Okay, so we're starting off with a camera. There's someone coming. Yeah, go away. I think that patrolling guy heard me and so started to come out. Yeah, that guy's not meant to come out this way. Luckily though, that didn't count, but yeah, unfortunately, there's an alarm. Luckily that it's on a separate circuit to that, but that means there's more enemies coming this way, which is like, ugh. Kind of wish that didn't happen, but now I've got an entire army bearing down me. Give me a second, please. Okay, situation dealt with. Now we can actually get back in there. So we've got a camera, but I have the sneaky sneaks, so I'm going to go ahead and form around that. Just got to be aware of these guys, because these laser grids, my stealth doesn't actually work on them, so static detector fields can still pick me up. Even if I teleport through them with that. So you know. Okay, so are they rotating the sequence? I think they are. Oops. And there's a guy coming this way, apparently.
You've tripped the alarm.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Now or never, Sparky. Yank that data.
Oh, in we go. Luckily we are right at the side there, so just have to get in. And this is where Rhino and his extra durability would come in quite handy, because he could just ignore a lot of that. There, we've got it.
Looks like a partial find. Let's see if Andrew's cipher works as promised.
Some doors ought to remain closed. That's not in my worldview. Fire, fusion, void. Progress always comes entangled with risk, with violence. With the precious sample obtained, development is accelerating. The Entrati have kept their secrets long enough.
That didn't make much sense to me. Okay, so development, secrets, finding samples to develop something. Though I'm guessing they're developing something to help deal with the spectres or whatever's going on. There we go. Yeah, that's a stealthy way. Shoot the camera straight up in the face with a flat cannon. Oh, there go my supporting cast, but that's okay. Yeah, that's one of Necron's abilities. Sorry, Necros abilities. Not this is well, look kind of like a Necron, but no, Necros abilities. His final ability is to actually summon supporting spectres of those that he's laid to rest to help him fight. So this guy's fairly flexible, actually. It's just I don't have him very well kitted out. Okay, roll number 2. It is... oh, it's one of these ones. I recognise this one. Basically, roving security detectors. The fields like that go around. There are some vents that I need to bypass some of it, but as a hidden trick, there are some cameras deeper in as well, which you need to be aware of. I think that's going to pick me up as I go past. Nope, I'm fine. Okay. Cool. Nice and stealthy. I think how well you stealth it if you're in a normal spy mission does actually affect the reward. Like, you get...
I am calling it the Spectre Particle.
Fundamental particle spectres.
Mimicry is in its nature. An echo exposed to precept circuits, we are able to imprint behaviors like an infant mirroring her surrogate. Only this infant can set the world on fire.
Oh. That's a scary thought. Industrially produced spectres designed to exact requirements and specifications that can literally set the world on fire. Identifying a foundational particle for the nature of a spectre is... yeah, definitely that's a big leap forward in that kind of research, but it's like... is that what makes up a soul? Having these particles in your own form, your own memory? I don't know. I don't think we'll get an answer to that kind of question either. So it's just like, well, that was speculation on my part. Here we are, section C. We start with the lift. Okay. Fun little fact, by the way. I discovered, quite by accident, in stealth, if you're dealing with like a camera or door sensor, you can actually bring in like a sniper rifle. And if there's not any enemies too close, you can actually just use that to pick off things. And you still get the stealth kill affinity bonus for killing stuff with a sniper rifle as well. So you don't have to be up close and use a silent weapon. You can actually literally find another way around it. So anyway, moving up here. That's a stealth. We can get in here. I've still not actually managed to upgrade my basic 10-0 weapon. That's something that's still very much a work in progress. Mainly because, excuse me. Mainly because to craft the first one, I need to hit like rank 4 with the factions involved, and you know, it's just like another thing I'm missing is faction standing and stuff. Oh, I don't need to go around. I can just do it from here. Okay, sure, that's fine. Easy peas.
Dallasburg think they control us. They hit our research site for the Warframe assault team. Of course they did. I baited them to do it. The whole site lit up. 80 megatherm bloom. The whole lab vaporized. Those Warframes with it. Fire, fusion, void.
Oh.
Pavos Granum originated Spectre particle theory? Guts. This old coot is a whole other order of intelligence, and that's bad for us. Get back to your ship. I need to figure out this Zorus thing.
Spectre particle theory is apparently a very basic thing in this entire universe. Also, notice how he tested and verified it. He baited an attack on his research lab of Tenno and then nuked them to see what happened. And he detected Void as one of the energies released by the resulting detonation. So that's one way to verify, I suppose, isn't it? Kind of tells a bit about who we're facing as well. Definitely is another kind of intelligence.
Thanks for the fast work, Biz. Sparky, listen up. Biz's findings indicate Parvus might be close to translating himself from that reality into our own.
Oh boy.
We're not exactly sure how, but we're getting some odd readings. You've got to build the Zorus before Parvus gets free.
Well, normally it's random where you get for spy missions, but I don't know if it'd be a mission fail if I'd failed any of the 3 spies, but because I got the 3 spies, I got 3 identifieds, and as you saw there in the mission end screen, it was the 3 pieces we need to make the thing. So we can now build the shiny. Or we can make the parts for the shiny. It's probably going to be a quick one because it's a quest-related one. They are normally pretty quick. Gear, here it is. No, that's not it. It is modular? No. Don't say it's not a melee, is it? Oh no, we don't have to make the parts. It gave us the parts. Sorry, I thought it gave us the blueprints. No. I was looking for blueprints. Zorus, 0-minute build. Obscure glaive weapon. Okay. Of course, this does mean, well, we're going to be going in with an unranked melee weapon, but that's okay. I think our other weapon and ability are strong enough for this anyway, so we should be fine. But yeah, he appeared wise and kind and glad to see us when we first met, and then notice when the scan was done and he gained what he wanted from our presence, he suddenly became a lot colder. No, I don't need to boost that. There we go. Oh wait, no, I need more slots. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like he has not come through unscathed from his time in the void.
Glaive class, but with an energy trap. Spectre particles, maybe. Has a mid-flight detonation trigger. Tricky, but I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Gear up and let's go.
Mid-flight detonation, you say? Okay, right. So it's going to replace the Nikana. I was definitely saying the wrong weapon there. No. Equip. Give me the Zorus. Okay, what do we want on this guy? Pressure point, I think, is the best place to start. It is only base level, so it starts off with that. Infinite combo duration. In the void, charge through explosions convert errant spectres into spectre particle charges. Detonating with 3 charges increases the explosion size, freeing prisoners, and increasing void timer. So we're on the clock for this one, apparently. It only does basic stuff, and I'm not sure what kind of special bonus we might need. My jacket is a slash mod, but 90% slash or plus 100%, 120% flat. Plus 120% flat. I don't think I have a style for it. No, I don't. Okay. Well, there we go. Just pressure point, 120% damage boost. I guess that is what it's going to be. Appearance, copy Warframe colours. Oh, it becomes a purple one. Okay, right. So, use Zorus to free the slowest captives. Though apparently we are racing against the clock. But first we have to go back to Neptune. How do I detonate? That's the question. That's release. Ah, oh, that's how. Heavy attack. Right. Found it. That's middle mouse, so I'm going to have to keep that one in mind. It's a little bit trickier because I have to take my finger off mouse 1 to do it. Okay, let's see. Just have to find my way first.
Too late. The tributes are jammed open and the old man's errant specters have control of my ship. They're spreading through the fleet. I have no choice. If I can't have my fleet, no one can.
There he goes. Once again, doing the right thing. Yes. If I can't have my fleet, no one can. Of course. Okay, so...
This was not the deal, Anyo. We have yet to rescue our people. Disengage the destruct.
I can't do that. But don't worry. I'm already at a very comfortable, safe distance.
Ah, good. That's what I was concerned about.
Duty. The fleet's going to blow. Outwelder, abort.
Wait, it's a time prison, right? Sparky, if you can get back inside before the reactor tilts, you'd theoretically have all the time in the world.
Yeah, we could use Protoss' ability, couldn't we? Just trying to get a grip on this glaive a little bit. No, you are not most wise. Come back here. Yeah. Good, got it. Whew. That took a bit more than last time, because last time I had a more powerful melee weapon equipped. That's it, thank you for your service, really? Yeah. Don't know why I'm surprised, honestly. Okay, into the void, Granum Crown. Off we go to do timey-wimey wobbly rubbish.
Biz, I don't think they made it.
Outwelder? Yudi, they're alive. Listen, Nef's whole fleet is overloading. Huge energy spike. We need to take out Protea. Ready that, Zorus. There, our rig jockeys. They're trapped in some kind of energy enclosure. You'll need to charge the Zorus to break it open.
Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing. There's no stopping this without stopping Protea. A bit like eating your own, no?
Here they come. Take out the errants, then use the Zorus to trap the Spectre particles that escape. You'll have to time it just right.
Timing the glaive. Where are my targets? There.
Full charge. Now, target the enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Zorus to discharge near them.
There we go. We got it.
Well done, Outwelder. Now bring the rest home.
Yeah, so I need to damage them to knock them into their spark form, and then I can use the depth to grab the sparks. Problem is they're trying to adjust the radius on the thing.
Full charge. Now, target the enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Zorus to discharge near them.
Yep, got it. I'm just doing it one at a time, honestly.
Full charge. Now, target the enclosure trapping our jockeys. You'll need to trigger your Zorus to discharge near them.
I'm on it. There we go.
By now, your friends have noticed that the overloading void engines are preventing the exits you opened for my captives from closing. Well done, and goodbye.
He planned
Enjoy
that.
your
God.
stay.
Outworlder. You've got to get out of there.
Is that Protea? It is Protea. Okay then, Protea. Here, have fun. I will take you down, Protea.
Cycle's degrading.
I'm having a hard time judging when the Zorus is fully charged. See what I mean? This is what happens when things feel a bit too squishy. I'm missing Rhino's durability at this point. That's one charge, need 3. That should be 3, right. Come here. Last life.
She's reversing the temporal field. Try to interrupt it.
Did I do it? I did it! Wow,
You're too late.
that was close.
The old man's errant specters have... Huh? The Protean trace is... gone? Where is he?
Hi.
Where is my father?
Hi.
The temporal effect again. And yes, there are your sensory feeds, just like last time. So, the Zorus worked. In a battle that never happened. Or did it? I have a headache.
Our people are cooling in, Sparky. They're coming home. Tonight, all Fortuna will be singing a verse in your honor.
Okay, yeah, I think it's high time I was leaving. So yeah, that kind of squishiness, struggling to keep properly alive, is kind of why I started using Rhino and why I called it a crutch earlier. Because that massive overshield, plus it, while the overshield's up, you can't be staggered as well in Rhino, by the by, so you can do things like charge through those laser grids without any trouble as well, so, you know. But just the sheer extra durability from Rhino's overguards helps so much in terms of just trying to survive. Where am I even going? I'm going that way, right. So, I do need to figure out how to make my Warframes tankier, because I'm just too squishy when I'm outside Rhino. That's it though. What, as I said before, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly rubbish. Saved the day. We actually managed to save our people, which I wasn't expecting. Back when I first heard of them being sent in, but we actually got them back. And yeah, we have got ourselves, I hope, the Protea blueprint. Unless Well, the thing is, that guy actually escaped the void, but then that future got rewound and we're on a different timeline, so... Did he escape that and we still have to hunt him, or is that actually now erased?
Solaris, we are reunited. Parents to children. Family
There we go.
to family. Take this time to hold one another. For tomorrow our struggle continues. We will persevere. Know that our emancipation is writ in the stars. With Solaris and Tenno united.
And that was the Deadlock Protocol. So yeah, the original founder of Corpus was not so innocent. No, if he was always like that, or if it's because of the whole, you know, the whole exposure to the void thing is an open question. I suspect it's the latter had a definite effect, though the former is hard to say.
Operator, Ortiz has determined the secrets to happiness. A combination of heightened dopamine levels and a terrible memory. You're welcome!
Well, I have the second one. Does that count? Am I a happy person now? Or am I half happy? I don't know. Anyway. So. Yeah, that's that. That quest has been done. Oops. Deadlock Protocol. Definitely. Corpus started out steady and then kind of descended. And, well, we got a very good look at how their higher-ups, personified by Dax, kind of view the general everyday worker. So, you know, it's like... Yeah. But I did find that questline interesting. Not the same way as the Chains of Hallow. Not as exploratory in terms of like a mental sense, but definitely an interesting story nonetheless. So I think I'm happy with that as a video as well. So, this has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps out me, helps the channel, gives me those virtual headbutts I oh so crave. And I'll catch you all some other time. I might do this again for some other quest lines actually that I still need to get sorted out. Let me know if you have any thoughts on that. But in the meantime, I'll see you all later.
A new quest is available in your codex.
Okay, so I got a new quest apparently, but as you can see, there's a little thing that pops up after I pause recording, so I fired up again just for this. From Pravos Granum, the guy whose departure from the void we kind of reversed. Though, actually, it's worth noting the fact that we rewound time and there was no longer any sign of him in the void. Was the void separate from that time rewinding effect? Because, well, if everything wound back with Porter's time rewinding ability, then Pravos would still be within the void, wouldn't he? But he was not. Plus, don't know where this message came from. So, here we go.
The system shall change. No more clutching at sunk costs, imposed ideals, hand-me-down hopes. No, we are better than that. Corpus shall know a violent restructuring, but with time enough to face the impending threat from Tau with renewed and absolute vigor.
Threat from Tau?
Or not. Perhaps the rot is too deep. Perhaps the father should abandon his children. Perhaps it is time for a new philosophy. Life's just a bargain like any other. Yours is no different. Would you like a seat at my new table? Perhaps with your masked friends alongside? The business, was it? A curious name. And Utico, of course. All people who know what they want. I know what they want. But what about you? Tell me, friend. What is it you desire?
So, it looks like he is actually still around. He has come out. I don't know what this thing is with Tau that he mentioned. But he knows about us, our masked friends. He spoke of the business and Yuriko, who is someone from down on Fortuna. I think that's who we were talking to when we were down there, actually. Or at least one of them. But yeah, apparently he got out, and he really is a mixture, isn't he? He does care in his way. And he does not look kindly upon what Corpus has become. And he might do something about it, or create a replacement. He doesn't seem to have decided yet, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that. So that quest ending is now very much open still, which is a bit odd. Anyway, it said new quests. Quests? Not Octavia, not that's a picture of the Vent Kids, by the way. Wave Riders, the Vent Kids, which is just like... Yeah, you see. They literally are kids in vents with a hoverboard. Yeah. Leave it here, man of few words. What was the new one? Was that the Libra Theorem? No, I don't... What quest was it? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to double check on the recording for that one. But yeah, one last message, and that guy is out of the void, and hopefully he's not as corrupted as other people have been with void exposure. Maybe Protea's power protected him to a certain degree. But yeah, with that little bit, this time for real. See you all later. Steady on, Dymus. We'll deal with you at some point. Good doggy.